cut my finger. Hey guys, I want to welcome you back to the Senzu Pop channel. When BT16 Realm of the Gods was reviewed, I really want to play the Wish Goku Black leader. The mechanics, the boss monster looks so interesting, I really want to give it a try. However, the deck was proving to be difficult to build and pilot, but unlike the Great Priest deck, which I kind of built and broke it up after that I kind of amid, I felt that this deck was different. There was something really solid in its mechanics and rewarding. So, you know, I continue and I press on. Of course, I can take the easy way out and just put in a bunch of good yellow staple, but the stubborn me wins again this time round. And you know, the first one, I put in a lot of this stuff, but after that I slowly take it out because this is not me. I want to play the game as theme as possible, and this is what I want to do. It took me 3 weeks of playtesting 5 different versions of this deck to come up with something that I'm truly happy with. A little bit of sugar, a little bit of spice. Oops, I think I just made a torture device. I hope you guys are ready. This is going to be my very own version of BT16 Realm of the Gods Goku Black deck profile. You won't be disappointed. See you guys after the short intro. Hey guys, I want to welcome you back from the intro. So what is this deck all about? This is a control deck. No surprise. It's like, oh my god, yellow, a control deck. Wow, what a surprise. No surprises here. But there is something very unique about this deck that is worth your time. It is gonna be that you are able to tap your opponent's energy down, and it is just such efficient mechanics that I love it so much. So with the combination of few Zamasu Exterminating Force and then SS Rosé Goku Black Future on the line, every single turn from your third turn onwards, you are able to tap 2 of your opponent's energy down, and then just to rub salt into the wound, you also do have a blocker. I know I've also mentioned in the intro that I say, hey, I'm not going to be playing like yellow staple cards. So why is Mecha, Frieza, Robotic, Riposte the dominant card, yellow staple here, over here? It's because it actually plays really well with the theme of making it painful to tap things down for your opponent. So now with Robotic Riposte on the board, and then your opponent knowing 2 of their energies will be tapped down, it's just going to be so painful for them. So I hope I got you guys excited. If you want to know my card choices, how to play the card, and how to pilot the deck, stay tuned. This is what we're gonna get to. Before we go on to talk about the rest of the deck and the card choices, I would like to remind you to like and subscribe to this video. It's gonna make me very happy, and then it's gonna help this channel a lot. Alright, so the leader, it's gonna be a wish leader. What you want to do here is to get 7 Dragon Ball down into your drop area, and then you wish, and then you awaken, and you have 3 wishes in the pack. So I'll just leave you to read this. There's nothing so complicated about this. What I want to highlight over here is that we do have a new Dragon Ball. It is going to be Coercion. And Coercion, this card, it's really good because it helps you to thin out your deck. Deck thinning is deck winning. What you want to do here is you take this Dragon Ball, put it into your drop area, take a guard card, send it to Warp, and then you draw 2 cards. There is also a way for you to turbocharge because you have Rumsshi, Universe 10 supporter, and his +2 ability is that you take 2 Dragon Balls and you put it into a drop area. Usually by turn 3 you should be able to awaken. There is no game that I did not manage to do that more than turn 3, and this is with 3 weeks of playtesting. So when it comes to Coercion itself, if you play it correctly with this deck, you said, okay, it is a -2 to get a +2. It is not exactly though, because with this deck, one of the mechanics that you do is that you send cards to Warp. Those cards are not dead. The Warp is actually your second hand, because you are able to play cards from the Warp or take cards back from the Warp. First exhibit, it is going to be SS Rosé Goku Black Future on the line. When you tap 2, you're able to play him from the Warp. So with Coercion, if you have this card, send it to Warp. Immediately draw 2 cards, because this card, it's can be played from Warp. Tap 2, play from the Warp, choose one of your opponent's card, and then you switch it to rest mode. Non-leader card, and then you switch it to rest mode. And the best part about this is when it's your turn, you attack, and then you tap 1, choose one of your opponent's battle card in rest mode, and send it to and kill it. You draw a card, this card, send it to Warp, and then guess what? The next turn, tap 2, it's gonna come back, and then tap 1, you get to draw 1 and KO. You get the idea, alright? And the second one is Zamasu self-supported. How good is this card? This card, it's amazing. It's simply amazing card. This card has the ability, when you tap 1, you choose a card from the warp, and then you put it back into your hand. So the longer the people play, the longer the game is, the bigger your advantage is, because Zamasu and Goku Black has the ability just to draw you 2 cards. We have talked about the start of the game, which is just to get that 7 Dragon Ball into your drop area. Now let's talk about mid game, which is your 3rd energy up. When your 3rd energy onwards, you should be able to play Fuse Zamasu Divine Condemnation. What you want to do here is you play the Zamasu self-supported Goku Black Surpassing time itself. That card is only used for combo. Don't activate the warp and put it. Just use that card for combo, because you need a Goku Black or a Zamasu card. And after you do this, tap 2, you play him. When he comes on the board, immediately activate his Aegis, which is to choose one, take a blue and yellow battle card or card, put it into your drop area, untap 2 of an energy, and choose one of your opponent's energy and tap it down. It can be other cards too, but I always choose the energy, because imagine if you're going first, your opponent is 3 energy. Then you already choose one of their energy and they put it to rest mode. You have 2 energy up, tap 2, send your Goku, put your Goku Black from the warp. We just talked about the card, come in, and now you have a 20k blocker, a 15k battle card, and you choose one of another of your opponent's energy, put it to rest mode. Then you choose Zamasu and Goku Black, send it to warp, you draw a card. Next turn, Goku Black, you swing, tap 1, draw a card, KO one of your opponent's battle card in rest mode, and then you tap another one. Zamasu comes to the board, activate your leader's ability, draw 1 card. Now you have 3 extra cards in your hand in 1 turn, and you just tap your opponent's energy down. So the boss monster is gonna be Fuse Zamasu Exterminating Force. I love this card a lot, and I hope they give us a better artwork. The line, it's not so clean. I don't know what's going on. Maybe a special rare reprint or something, because I love this card a lot. This card, it's energy exhaust, unique double strike, indestructible blocker, whatever you can think of, it is over there. However, it does not have energy exhaust in this deck, because your leader, it's a Goku Black or a Zamasu. The thing about this card, it's how do you play him? You tap 4 and then you evolve on top of it. If you're playing against red, your 4th turn, play it, because it's kind of very easy to minus something that's 20k on the board with red. But if you're playing against green, if you're playing against black, take your time. I don't think blue has the ability to do so too. So yeah, so just take your time. You can do it at 5th energy. It's totally fine. Okay, so what does this guy do? He has Aegis once per turn. You untap 2 of your energy. It restands because it's a 35k double striker, so you should swing at your opponent just to apply a little bit of pressure. It restands. After it restands, it is a 35k blocker. You draw a card and you choose one of your opponent's card and tap it down. So you can choose their energy, just tap it down every single turn. And then the next turn, swing this guy 35k double striker into his face, just for that extra pressure. We have touched on the main mechanics of this deck until turn 1 all the way until turn 4. Now this is a section that I call extra pain, because that's what you want to do here. You just want to, the opponent has already a wound, and then you, being the super nice guy that you are, you take a bucket of salt and then you pour it on top of it, and then you rub it, and then you smile at your opponent. So, okay, let's talk about the extra pain. The first one is Rumsshi Universe 10 Supporter. This card, it's simply amazing. It comes in comes at 2 energy, 2 markers, 15k, and then it's an immediate blast 2, so it goes up to 4 markers. This card, it's not going anywhere. If your opponent commits all his resources just to take out this card, this is 4 damage that is not going to you, which is, I think, a very fair deal just for 2 energy. However, what's this card really shine, it's its Empower 2 yellow, so it is able to take 2 markers from the previous card that is being played. So, and when it comes in, and if it has 4 or more markers, it draws a card and choose all of your opponent's battle card in rest mode, and then you KO them. So what you can do here is, if you have a unison on board, you just use that 15k, swing it on your opponent, and then you tap to play another Rumsshi, and then you just bomb your whole opponent's board. You have another 15k swing, and then you draw 2 more cards. Just to keep it theme, I'm gonna power on a little bit more pressure, and this card is simply amazing at doing that. This is SS Rosé Goku Black. I'm not gonna pronounce the word, I don't know this. Schema, Epochal Schema. Okay, so this card itself, it's a 20k double striker. It is going to be staying on the board. It has deflag. When it comes in, you choose 4 and you got to play 4 shadow tokens. With this 4 shadow tokens for 1 turn, they are all blockers, so it can tank 4 damages for you. And this card staying on the board is just going to be a 20k double striker every single time. It is also a blue and yellow card, so we can use it for ages, and at the same time it is a god card, so you can use it for your coercion. So just talking about how well this whole mechanics just works. I'm gonna show you one of the additional introduction to the 5th version of this deck that I'm so proud of. It is gonna be Gina and Martina. This card has a reprint, so it is very, it's kind of like really cheap right now. I think you can get it for like under $1. So this card, it's a 3 energy, and if the battle card being played, it's a counter play, it's energy 5 or less, you negate the skills for the turn, and then you play this card. However, this is not very good for 3 energy. However, this is not the case though, because with this 3 energy, it has ages. So once it comes down on the board, then the next battle, you can activate ages, you get to untap 2 energy, and then you draw 2 cards. The longer this card stays on the board, the more benefit that you get, because this card combined with Zamasu, you are able to draw 3 cards and untap 4 energy every single turn. It's just simply crazy. So this card on the board becomes really high priority target for your opponent to take care of. And this card, it's a god card, it gels really well with your coercion, and then it is a yellow and a blue card. So in case you don't want to play this card, what can you do? Take this card, put it into your drop area just to activate ages. The SCR of choice, it is going to be Super Mira Diabolical Fusion. If this card is cheap and you really enjoy this deck and you don't have a better SCR, I would recommend this SCR for you. This card itself has Empower Yellow 3. Like I said, your Yellow Unison Rumsshi is not going anywhere with that +2 every single turn. All you have to do is when you play this card, what you do is you immediately do a -4. When that happens, this card becomes a 40k double striker duo attack. Choose bomb your whole opponent's entire board, every single battle card in rest mode, ignoring barrier gets bombed, and then you choose 2 of your opponent's card and put it down to rest mode. If your opponent is getting 2 cards, just 2 energy just to do something, 1 energy just to defend himself, when this card comes in, you taps the benefit, extra benefit with this card, or advantage with this card. It's a unison card. There is seriously nothing much that your opponent can do against this card. This card, it's gonna most probably swing a duo attack, double striker, and then the best thing about this is, for some reason, if you just cannot finish the game, when your opponent attacks, you do a +1. Now it gains additional marker, going up to 4, comes up, it's a 25k blocker. Correct, you heard me correctly. The +1, it's during your opponent's turn, and then you can activate ages, get 2 of your energy back, draw a card, put your Zamasu back in active mode. Now you have 2 blockers and 1 of your opponent's battle energy being tapped down. So this is the deck list. You should be able to find it down in the description below. If I forgot to do it again, please somebody write in the comment section and say, hey Melvin, you forgot to put it in again. Please do it. Please don't have the memory of a goldfish. Okay, so yeah, so I hope I bring you through the whole entire deck, and not just what the deck list is, but the whole idea of playing the card and how to play them correctly. One thing to take note is that SS the Goku Black over there, that 3 cost one, the 2 cost that are playing 3 times, don't use it for don't do it for this what I call this, don't use his effect and play it, because it's gonna prevent you from playing your greener, it's gonna prevent you from playing your shadow token, and it's gonna be preventing you from playing your Mecha Frieza. Alright, so basically that's it. I really hope you enjoyed the deck. I love this deck so much. So if you like this video, I appreciate if you can give this video a like, subscribe if you want to support me and the channel. Stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy playing the Dragon Ball Super card game. I hope you guys are okay. See you guys in the next video.